Well, welcome back to everyone, Football Zone, and to a weekend previewing the Premier League games coming up this weekend. But before that, a quick review of the European action we've seen this week, starting off on Tuesday with the Champions League. And yeah, Bodo Glimt 3, Man City 1, a shock result here. What a great result for Glimt, and Rodri getting sent off as well. And yeah, Leeds City with some serious work to do to qualify. Not a great period for City at the moment. It certainly is for Arsenal though. A 3-1 win for Inter against Inter to carry on their brilliant Champions League campaign. And we also saw Tottenham 2, Dortmund 0. Obviously, the early red card helped Tottenham, but still a big win for Thomas Frank, and he'll be hoping to build momentum from that. Chelsea just about sneaked past Paphos 1-0, which is probably, in a way, slightly disappointing, but still these qualification in their hands. Not a great performance. So Liverpool comfortably dispatching Marseille 3-0 away from home. Very tough place to go. They'll be delighted with that result. And Newcastle 3, PSV 0. You'd have to say that was a bit of a cruise in the park for Newcastle. And on Thursday, it was Fenerbahce 0, Villa 1, a goal for Jadon Sancho, hopefully improves his confidence, and yeah, they're looking pretty comfortable. But Braga 1, 10-man Forest 0, very disappointing. Morgan Gibbs White missing a penalty, Braga scoring for an own goal later on, and Forest in 16th, and yeah, the automatic places looking tough, aren't they? So it looks like 2 extra games in Forest, not ideal. Moving on then to the Premier League preview for this weekend's action. West Ham taking on Sunderland at the London Stadium. And of course, it was a really, really big win for West Ham last time out over Tottenham. One that will give them a lot of confidence. And yeah, they really need to back it up here. Still 5 points adrift. Sunderland coming into this one, 2 wins on a row in all competitions. So they're in good form as well. Still eyeing out those European places undoubtedly. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, this one. One that I feel could go either way. But I just think the momentum West Ham would have got from that big Derby Day victory, I think they really can take it forward into this game. I'm going to say it'll be 2-1 to the Hammers. Burnley taking on Tottenham at Turf Moor, and yeah, obviously a few really good results for Burnley now. I mean, stuffing Millwall in the cup, drawing against Liverpool and Manchester United, probably too little too late, but against the Tottenham side, who are in a bit of crisis at the moment. I don't know, maybe they'll see this as an opportunity. But at the same time, yeah, I just think Tottenham have got to get a result from somewhere, surely. And I feel like this could well be the game. I think they will win 2-0 here. Moving on then to Fulham against Brighton at Craven Cottage. And yeah, another intriguing game. Fulham obviously defeated by Leeds last night. Disappointing for them. Their first defeat in a while. Taking on a Brighton side on a decent run of form. 12th in the league. I think both these teams, kind of on the fringes of those European positions, will probably be eyeing it up. So yeah, it'll be intriguing to see how this game goes. Probably one that could go either way. And I'm going to say the scoreline will be 2-1 to Fulham. I think at home, I think they might just nick it. Moving on into Manchester City taking on Wolves at the Etihad. And of course, Manchester City, a few Premier League games without a win now, but in the Cups they've been doing really, really well. Taking on a Wolves side who have shown very much signs of improvement under Rob Edwards. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, this one. But obviously you'd expect, if everything goes to plan, Mark Gay making his debut as well for Manchester City, then you'd expect it would be a pretty comfortable win for Manchester City here. Moving on into Bournemouth against Liverpool at the Vitality, and you'd expect Bournemouth to probably, be the second favourites here, but you'd have to say that they are maybe showing a few signs of improvement compared to what we saw from them in the past against the Liverpool side, who they're drawing a lot at the moment, but they need to start winning games more. Still in a good race for the top 4, but yeah, Bournemouth could give them a game, but I think Liverpool probably will have a bit too much for them. Moving on into Brentford against Forest at the G-Tech, and Brentford coming into this one off the back of a 2-0 defeat against Chelsea, which probably flattered Chelsea a bit. Forest getting a creditable draw against Arsenal, but before that their form hasn't really been too great, aside from that big win over West Ham. So yeah, they'll be looking to bounce back from this one, but with the way Keith Andrews has got Brentford playing at the moment, you get the sense that this could be a really tough game for Forest, I think it could well be 2-1 to the Bees. Moving on then to Palace against Chelsea at Selhurst Park, and yeah, another intriguing game here. I think obviously Liam Rosenior will be looking to back up that win over Brentford last night, make it a few wins to kick off his Premier League managerial record against the Crystal Palace side, who obviously are in a bit of chaos with everything going on at the moment. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. This one, I think Chelsea probably will have enough to get the win. Palace with everything going on, I think Chelsea will get the win. Moving on into Newcastle against Villa at St James's Park, and yeah, this is an interesting game. Newcastle, were on a good run, but that draw to Wolves last night was a bit frustrating for them, taking on a Villa side who, lost to Everton last night, and both of these teams, I mean, Villa, you think they're pretty comfortable in the top four, but they need to keep picking up results. Never know, could go on a title run, but that feels unlikely, doesn't it? Newcastle needs to pick up the results. I think they will do here. I think they'll get a win. Moving on into Arsenal against Manchester United at the Emirates. And Arsenal coming into this one, obviously, off the back of that draw to Forest, but still annoying in the end, extending their title lead, so they'll be pretty happy with it. Against Manchester United side up to 5th, and they looked a totally different team under Michael Carrick last night, so it's not going to be an easy game this one for Arsenal at all, but you think at home they will be favourites and will probably be expecting the win here, so I'm going to say it will be a Arsenal win. And finally, on the Monday Night Football, we've got Everton taking on Leeds, and this is another interesting game. Everton, great win last night over Aston Villa. They are inconsistent. Leeds, though, looking for 3 wins in a row in all competitions, 8 points away now from the relegation zone. Need to keep pushing at it, but they are suddenly looking in a pretty decent position, aren't they? So it's going to be an interesting game, this one, and one that I think both teams will feel relatively optimistic they've got a chance, but I think at home Everton will be tough to beat. I'm going to take 2-1
for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily football news, meme and content. Subscribe for our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.